Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Meim. I'm your creative director for Live by Design, Peak Performance Magazine, and this is a special episode session, whatever you call it. But we're honoring mompreneurs here in San Diego. And before COVID, oh my gosh, we had many big plans for it, and it's just now that everything is about adjustments. So we're still moving forward. We want to honor our mompreneurs, our finalists, our nominees, and especially our winner. So it's a very special time right now. I'm with Miss America's Love Queen, Sylvia Chavez, and she is our top 4 finalists for Mompreneur. So I'm so happy to have her here, taking the time and really dive into what is to be a mompreneur for Sylvia, because knowing her background, she grew up in Argentina and really started her life there and came to the States and started another new life, which is, I know now, is filled with love, joy, and harmony. So we definitely want to dive into that a little bit. So without further ado, welcome, Miss Sylvia.
Hi, thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. I'm so happy to be here today. So hello, everyone also.
Yes. What was your feeling when you found out that you were one of the nominees?
I was so happy because I love being a mom. So being recognized to be a mompreneur, it's even, better and bigger. And I felt so happy about it. It was really emotional. I was like, what? So it was like, yeah, I was really, really happy and surprised. Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. I know I shared a little bit already about you earlier, but would love to hear of your upbringing, a little bit of your background about yourself. So please share.
Absolutely. So hi, everyone. So more information about me, as my dear friend says, I'm from Argentina, born in Georgia, Columbus, Georgia, 58 years ago. And I moved to San Diego about 5 years and a little bit more, 5 years and some months, to this beautiful paradise. I'm a speaker, a love coach, a mentor, I'm a writer, and I'm very happy and proud mom of 5 kids. I call them kids still, I'm a grandma of almost 2 because I'm expecting the second grandson or granddaughter. And I've been married with the love of my life for over 15 years. So basically that's my introduction and much more. We were talking before we started this recording that Born to be Wild should be my song for this episode. Yeah, so I've been always wild, and I've been always the person that wants to go forward and wants to know more, and I was curious all my life. So that's me.
I know you married the love of your life, but that would be possibly next year, February section, but we're going to focus on our kids, your kids. So
yes, absolutely.
So before we dive into that, what inspired you to get started as an entrepreneur?
Oh, well, many times I heard the words that we start this career or this roller coaster out of inspiration or desperation, right? In my case, it was desperation, people. I got divorced. I had my 4 kids at that time. So I had no money at the moment. I really didn't have money for the groceries. So I was kind of desperate. I remember using my father's credit card to buy the groceries. It was a really bad time for me. And I was for 20 years a housewife. So no experience, no nothing. I was over 40 years old. So, 40 is kind of hard to start over again. But I was offered an MLM business. And I said yes, as I always say yes to everything, all opportunities, because I need it. And I love people. I always love people. And so I started that was going really well. So I was very successful on this MLM business, but I was curious. I knew there was something else that I needed to do. There was something else beyond being a mom. I adore being a mom. I mean, they are my priority, my teachers, my why, my everything. And at the same time, I knew there was something else that was inside and this feeling. So I study so many things, counseling, coaching, astrology, you name it, I did it. So that was my search for something else inside of my soul and my heart. And I realized one day I was asking for an answer, and this is kind of a little woo-woo, But I remember asking for an answer, and I heard that voice that says to me, you need to be loved, not loved or loving, love. The word love, become the word love. And, and that was my journey, to start being love and giving from abundance, not a scarcity, because at that moment I was on a scarcity of love, right? So I needed to do the process in the meantime with my MLMs and all that, until I decided that I wanted to have something that has my name and my goal and everything about this thing that I have in my heart, which is abundance of love that is pouring to share with everybody.
I love it.
That's the beginning.
And you walk and talk and vibe love. So
Thank you.
You are love.
Thank you.
Like
I
the
appreciate
noun love. You are love.
Yes.
Thank you. So because this is a theme of mompreneurs and of course your kids, but what does it mean for you? What does mompreneur mean for you? What does that?
Well, I was really thinking about this question because I know as moms, many times we forget about our dreams because it's really hard to have these two things doing well. Like if you're a mom, because when you're a mom, things happen, and you have to improvise. Like I woke up this morning, I had 3 clients to see, but one of my kids has fever and she has a cold. So what to do? So, that's what I love, to be independent, because you can change, you can adjust your agenda to your kids and to your time. And at the same time, when we have this impossible to cancel appointments, what to do? And that's the moment when, as a mom, sometimes I was feeling, I need to quit this because, I got to take care of my kids. So, being a mompreneur is hard. And at the same time, I would encourage every woman that's watching this to really look inside and see if there's something pending inside of your heart, some dreams that you need or you want to fulfill. And one thing that I learned is never ever have your kids as an excuse to not follow your dreams. Because I heard so many moms that says, no, I can't because of my kids. I can't do this. And I remember one time I'm talking to this girl. I always find my masters everywhere, like in these small conversations. And she says, why are you going to put all that burden on your kids' shoulders? Who are you to put all that burden on their shoulders? So your happiness and your unhappiness goes there, and it's not fair. So if you want to be happy, if you want to fulfill your dreams, don't put your kids as your excuse. Just put them as your reasons. Because if you're happy, they will be happy. I guarantee you that, right? When moms are happy, kids are happy. So follow your dreams and go and because you can do it. You're limitless, especially being a woman. With moms, we are limitless. So go and follow your dreams.
I love it. I love how you see that mompreneurs is you as a mom, as a female, as a single mom, to pursue your dream and at the same time have it all, and then use your quote unquote obstacle as reasons to move forward. So thank you for that. Thanks for sharing. Of course, like you mentioned, being a mompreneur is definitely, challenging, but worth it, right? Yes. But let's talk about the challenge. So far, what's the biggest challenge you had to face as a mompreneur, and what you learned from it?
Yeah, there's 2 big challenges. One is when family tells you, go and get a job, because at the beginning, as an entrepreneur, a mompreneur, it won't happen in the first months. It might not happen in the first year. It's a roller coaster, up and down, and you thrive. And months we have so much power that we are going to fight for that extra money that we need to pay the groceries or the things that our kids need, right? Or the rent. And so the biggest challenge is that when you think, am I in the right place? Am I doing the right thing? And let me tell you, if you feel it, you're doing the right thing. Those are challenges. You can do it. Of course, sometimes you need to get a job and then continue your work and your dream and your passion, because it's a matter of balance. If you need the money, you balance. But it's so worth it, because once you get and you reach that part when you touch that dream and the feeling that, yes, you are there, you made it. It's so worth it. So the challenge is not quitting because of what other people are telling you, and not quitting because you're not getting the results right away. Because it is. We've been doing business for how many years? I met you years ago, Jen, and I'm still learning. I'm still growing. But I know now it's worth it because I'm getting results. This is part of your growth. You
Right.
grow every time being an entrepreneur because it's all about you. And
Right.
you add the part that you're a mom, how you combine those two things. But it's worth it. And you'll find a way. You'll always find a way. Always.
This is just a quick question, and you can
Yes.
you can just share briefly. You mentioned that the challenge is your family members, the people you care about, that actually tells you to, that's not going to work. You need a job. You have a family to support. Very logical. Like,
Yeah.
and for the most part, it's also understanding. They don't understand what mompreneurs go through, and because we've been on the other side of the 9 to 5, so we can also understand where they're coming from. So we kind of get the sense of both worlds, but not our loved ones, right?
Yes.
Well, how do you what do you say? How do you respond when a family member or a person close to you that you respect so much of their opinion and thought, when they say, get a job?
Well, one thing is to have an honest conversation, communication, because they don't know how you feel every time they tell you that. So be honest. Being honest is saying how you feel, not attacking others, right? It's about, when you say that, this is how it makes me feel, and share that, and ask for support, ask for empowering, because people that loves you, they tell you that because they love you. This is a matter of love, not criticism. But the way you take it is also important. So don't take it personal first. Don't take anything personal in your life, and then ask for what you need, for this support, for this word of encouragement. You'll get it.
I love it. Thank you. My next question is, why is it important? Because you mentioned earlier a little bit, you're telling the moms, like, you just follow your dream, right? But why is that important?
Yeah. Because it's part of what you're here for. I believe that we came to the world with a mission, and we have a heart and a soul, and our soul has those dreams and those goals. So if you have a will, if you have this passion about something and you don't fulfill it, it's like letting some part of you die. So it is important because that's part of you, and you're here for greatness. I mean, you were born for greatness. You were born to do great things, So you have that ability. Like I said before, you're unlimited. Right. So go and get it. Go and follow your dreams, because one way or another you're gonna make it. It might take longer or shorter, or more challenging or less, but you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it.
I also believe that with you, wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah.
It's fascinating how, if we can think it and believe it, it really truly does happen. It's wonderful.
We have so many examples of that.
Yes.
If you think about these marvelous things or buildings that are built, and you're there and say, oh my God.
Right.
One person dreamed about that. And right. Then, asked for the resources and everything, but it was built from a person's idea.
I love it. So as entrepreneurs, as mothers, in all aspects of our lives, there's a sense of peak, and we are Life by Design Peak Performance Magazine.
Yes.
Yes. Makes sense. So my question is, what does peak performance mean to you?
For me, is when I go to bed at night and I say, I did it. Today was a wonderful day. I did everything I felt I wanted to do. So I feel completed. And that's but be very careful with that, because sometimes we have a list that is too long and we sabotage yourself by doing this long list that it will never happen. So, just being honest and conscious about doing one thing until you finish. That I learned, right? So doing one thing until you complete it. And then when you go to bed, you say, I did the best I could, the best I could and you check your heart. Always check your heart and be nice to yourself, right? Always be nice to yourself.
I
But for
love
me,
it.
yeah, and I love being in action. Like I have to do so many things today, and I feel overwhelmed, but in the way and this good sense. So yeah, for me, being in a peak performance is this: when I have the things done, but one at a time.
I love it. So I love that you shared the peak performance is completing something at your best
Yes,
and in peace about it and really knowing that you did, because once you know you did your best, there's a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. So
absolutely.
your peak performance is a daily thing. Thank you.
Daily, yes, absolutely daily, yes.
I love it. Okay, so we know that the journey of entrepreneurship is a roller coaster. It goes up and down. Sometimes kind of like a Superman, right? It goes really up and then it
Yeah.
just goes
Oh,
down
Lord.
so fast. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Darn roller coaster. Um, but for anyone, either mompreneur or already successful entrepreneur or starting to be an entrepreneur, there's always a challenge. What would be that one piece of advice that you like to just share?
The one piece of advice is take one day at a time. Just one day today, do the best you can, and then the next day is coming. And never, ever, ever, but this is a never, ever, ever, ever settle for anything less than what you dream. It's gonna be changing, it's gonna be shifting, but don't settle because you were born for greatness. Like I said before, you are unlimited. So, go for everything that you want. Don't settle and keep taking one day at a time, and it will happen. If you continue and you persevere, it will happen. All your dreams will become true.
I love
like
it.
the like the song.
It's a great reminder. Like in reaching a destination, you just snap your finger and teleport from A to point B. And 1,000 steps, it starts with
Yeah,
one step, but you do
yeah,
it every day, continuously. It's a compounding effect. And I think, I'm also guilty sometimes. I'm like, oh, you want it so fast now, but it's really that daily habits or being present, doing your best
yes,
one day at a time. But doing
yes.
the best every day.
The best every day. And also your vision is gonna change. It will shift during the time because the one thing that today is so clear, it may be shifting in 2 or 3 months, and it's okay. That's your growth. And also, don't compare yourself with anybody. When you compare with somebody else, you always lose. Always. There's no way from comparing yourself. You're losing. Don't compare yourself. You compare yourself with yourself. That's
Love
all.
it.
How can I do it better?
Right.
How can I put more? And if one day you feel like you don't want to do anything, just take the day off
Right.
because you're entitled. Being an entrepreneur is a 24/7, 365 days a year. You know? So if you want to take one day off, just take it.
It's crazy because even when we're sleeping, we're still being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, we're going
Funny.
shopping and looking at the things. We're having dinner. We're thinking. Yeah, that's the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely,
it's cray
absolutely.
cray. This is one of my favorite questions actually. Uh, what quote or what life saying do you go by? That's kind of like this is my thing.
Yeah. Hold on, because my Alexa is talking. This is real life. This is real
Yes.
life. I can't stop it from here. I can speak, Alexa, stop.
Freaking Alexa.
Get an Alexa because it will remind you of everything you have to do, especially
Oh
in
my
COVID
God.
times here. Yeah.
I use Alexa. She wakes me up every morning at 7.
Yeah, I love my Alexa. It's my best. She's one of my best friends.
She's your best friend. I love it.
She reminds me of everything. Okay.
Oh shit.
One quote coming back to here. As you can see, this is life, my friend.
Yes.
This is totally life and from just the way it is. I always go by the one as an entrepreneur. I go by this: is take one day at a time. One day at a time. As a love coach, what I would tell you is you deserve to love deeply and be absolutely deeply loved. And in the case of an entrepreneur, because many times we are so hard on ourselves, just
Yes.
take that, love yourself, Be nice to yourself. Have compassion. Some things are not going to work in the way you want it to work, but that's okay, because that's the thing that you're learning. This is a learning process. So, just love yourself deeply, 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 and, and take the time to pamper yourself, to hug yourself, to be with you, be present. Yes, yes, hug yourself.
I love
Yes.
it. Oh my goodness. I know we could talk forever, like literally.
Forever, for hours. I love talking to you, and I love talking to you, my dear. You that are watching this.
No, I love conversations. You know, I love learning about people because we all have different life experiences. And for me, I see it as fun as like living vicariously through you, and I know the way I see you and everyone is
Yeah.
like you guys are all walking treasures to me, because I could always learn something new. And the saying, like, for me to learn, I don't need to experience it for me to learn, because if you say that fire will burn your hand, okay, I'll take you for it.
Thank you for the trust.
Right. So it's very interesting. So but I just want to say thank you so much for your time, your knowledge, your wisdom, your love, and just pouring out. And I
Always.
and I do believe that energy of love can transfer digitally, and it
Yes.
doesn't have to be physically. So the more that with this COVID thing, and the more that we're physically being extracted from the community, so I feel like it's not an excuse not to connect, and definitely this is one way to do that. So I encourage everyone, have Zoom meeting, because even my friends from different places, we do a group chat meeting, and it makes a difference. Even though I know we can't see each other, but man, we can laugh, we can cry, we can vent,
Yes.
do all the crazy stuff.
And we all need this connection. So even though you're home and you're, trying not to get in touch with many people, you can still get in touch on the phone like this. This is something new. We got to adjust, as human beings, we have to adjust all the time, and it's okay. It is.
Yes. And just find ways to make it fun, and really like just enjoy the process. So
Yeah.
again, Miss Love Queen, thank you. Do you have any last words for our peeps, our viewers, our listeners, our readers?
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Last words is that just love yourself, keep the loving flowing. We can change the world with love. That's the only way. That's the only religion. That's the only race. That's the only thing. Love, 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 love. And if you want to join me, I have a group that's a free Facebook group
Oh
that's called
yes.
Love. Yeah, no, it's okay. Love during quarantine. Love during quarantine. Find me, Cam. There's so many things. I'm about to launch a show. It's gonna be called The Queen Show, and we're gonna be talking about all those things that most people don't talk. I want to follow in this because I want your opinion, your feedback. I want you in. I want you to be the voice of the ones that have no voices. So welcome to those groups, and remember, love during quarantine. That's where you're gonna get all the news. Thank you, Jen. I love you very much. I love you too, and I see you all very soon and give you a huge hug.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. So again, thank you so much. We'll put all the information somewhere in the comment or information, but it'll be there somewhere. And if you want to, know a little bit more about love, get love, be love, please contact our America's Love Queen, Sylvia Chavez. So thank you for everyone for tuning in, for listening, for your time. And if you ever catch anything that just stood out for you, just comment below, share it, and we'd love to hear. We'd love to hear from you. So
and
thank
any
you
questions
so much.
you might have, I will answer them all. I promise.
Love it. I love it. And I'm with you, Love Queen. Love is the answer. I truly, truly, deeply believe love is the answer. So thank you all, everyone, and take care. Peace.
Love.
Bye.
Bye.